international rapper is giving Beyonce a major run for her money for the #1 album spot after some amazing debut day sales. And the same rapper opens up about a loyalty test with label mate Nicki Minaj that didn't go his way. Hear how he spilled the tea on the album and in an interview coming up on the VIP. You had to have been on a whole other planet or have some serious Wi-Fi issues to miss Drake's album Views release on Friday.
Album time again or acting time again? My friend, my friends, younger me, older me. Me as Manny, me as Jimmy, me as Drake.
The internet and social media went crazy with memes, Snapchat filters, and emotional tweets after getting a hold of the 20-track album. The Canadian rapper sold over 500,000 copies just on its debut day alone, giving Beyonce's Lemonade some competition for the #1 spot on Billboard 200 album charts. But apart from Drake's heart-wrenching lyrics that we're all pretty used to, getting people all up in their feelings, his interview with Zane Lowe on OVO Sound Radio on Beats One hours before Views dropped is getting a lot of attention for its insight on what happened behind the making of the music. From being Kanye West's neighbor to Lil Wayne and Birdman's beef, and even the truth about Jay-Z's verse on Pop Style, Drake dished on everything and anything happening in Drake's world. But it was what he said about Nicki Minaj that's answering a lot of unanswered questions about their relationship.
I don't really talk to Nicki, and again, another person that I have a lot of love for, man. A lot of love and a lot of respect, not only for our past and how much work and time we put in, but even just the way she dealt with the situation at hand. I understand what love is, and I understand the personal situation. And, she dealt with me how I would expect her to, which was with class, and I could only ever do the same,
His highly public beef with Philly rapper Meek Mill, who happens to be Nicki Minaj's boyfriend, has definitely been on the back burner since Drake's last diss track, Back to Back. But apparently it's still affecting his personal life. When the beef between the two rappers was still hot, Nicki Minaj refused to talk about it, even walking out of some interviews when the subject was brought up. Now, even though Drake seems to be understanding of Nicki's decision to choose sides, his lyrics on the track Keep the Family First seem to suggest otherwise. The Toronto native raps, and it's because you chose a side, you're supposed to put your pride aside and ride for me. Guess it wasn't time, and of course you went and chose a side that wasn't mine. Yeah, I know, I got flow. You ain't gotta tell me, because I already know. See that? Another flow for you. So far, neither Nicki nor Meek have addressed Drake's lyrics or his interview, which is surprising since Meek seems to always have something to say about Drake. Maybe he's banned on social media while being on that 90-day house arrest. I'm being a little bit of a petty Betty, but hey, hashtag Team Drake. But Drake seems a little too busy to care because along with his huge album release, he's getting ready to take off on his Summer 16 tour with fellow hitmaker Future, kicking off the tour in Austin, Texas in July. But if you didn't jump on those pre-sale tickets, you're gonna have to pay a pretty penny to see the duo rappers. Tickets are reselling from $165 for nosebleeds or $3,000 for floor seats. Views from someone's Snapchat story is the only way I'm gonna see this concert, you know what I'm saying? Well, that's all I have for you today. Make sure to check back next time for all the tea on your favorite VIPs by subscribing to the VIP Tea. I'm Victoria Alaniz, and I'll see you next time.